If you own an Odyssey 2007 and up to 2017 or somewhere around there with the VCM, you want to get yourself a muzzler. And so what this does is it plugs in your coolant temperature gauge and it makes where the eco light doesn't come on. And this one here is a great value. That's plug and play. So you got the two ends. So one's going to go to the factory plug and then the other one to the sensor. So it's going to go through these resistors. And here we can see what each resistor does. So we have 60, 80, 100, and 120 ohms. So they recommend starting with 82 ohms. So we're just going to switch that on to up. So it's like a little click, just like that. And keep the rest down. So whatever one you're using will be up and the rest should be down on off. We also get extra resistors. I'm not sure why, but yeah, this is a pretty simple device. And depending on your climate and how cold it is, you might have to open this thing up once in a while and change it if you do still see the eco mode. But 82 should be just right for practically everyone. So just start with that number 2 on and it's good to go. We also get the cap for the top, which just locks together. And I might actually just tape this together so it doesn't come apart that easy. But yeah, now all we got to do is just plug it into the van, and this is going to defeat our eco light. So the sensor that we're needing to unplug, kind of hard to see, but it's that one right there. So you can stick your hand in there between this plastic, or you can take the cover off to make a little more room, but we're just going to unplug that. All right, that's what the plug looks like. Be careful with it. Mine is actually pretty fragile from heat. But yeah, essentially we're just going to plug one side in there and then the other back into the sensor. And this side's gonna go down onto the sensor there. There we go. All right, so now we just need to tuck this in somehow. I think I'm just gonna zip tie it somewhere or electric tape it somewhere, and that should be good. All right, so we're on the road driving, and you guys can see there is no eco light. And if we look at our temperature gauge, you guys can maybe tell that it's sitting a little bit lower. So it's about a needle lower than it normally would. So yeah, it just brings down the temperature on the needle a little bit, and that keeps the eco off. And you guys can see I'm just coasting now with the foot off the accelerator, and there's no eco. Now if it gets really hot, like, you know, if you live in Arizona or something, or where it gets 100 degrees or more, it's possible the eco light could still turn on because things will get very hot, and you might have to change your muzzler to something of a different ohmage. But the 82 should work just fine for pretty much anybody in a normal climate. So if you haven't got this for your Honda and you have the VCM system, you got to get this muzzler, as it will fix all your issues with carbon buildup on spark plugs, the 1, 2, and 3 cylinders, especially the 3. And also the engine will run cleaner because it's not switching between 3 cylinders and 6 cylinders. And so there's less jerkiness and just more smoothness in general. So yeah, I highly recommend doing this if you own a VCM Honda 6-cylinder.